Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday. It's a beautiful day, sunny blue skies. We are in week 4 of stay at home and I've been knitting like crazy. I've been knitting pretty much every day and I'm really excited to show you what I finished. Now, if you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, you would have seen pictures of work in progress, yarn that I've been buying and all that, and stuff that I finished. And I just want to take the time to show everyone here because I'm aware that not everyone that follows me here follows me on Instagram or on Facebook. So I didn't want anyone to feel left out. Now, before I forget, I want to show you my basket, and I've made this one in one day. It's a, it could be a blanket basket. I don't know if you could call it that. Let me just take the stuff out so you can see. That's what it looks like. It could be a bag as well. It's crochet. This is crochet in a cedar cotton Aran. I mean, it feels more like worsted weight yarn, but that's the name of the wool, and I will pop it down below if I can find it. I bought this long time ago, and I just thought I would use it up. Found it in my stash. It started right here with one of those magic circles for crochet, and then you start crocheting and it expands in this big circle, and then you start crocheting upwards like a bucket, like that. Now, I'm not an expert on crochet. I do not know much about crochet, but mine has this this line, like diagonal line, where I was switching between rounds, but I think it looks fine. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. I quite like it, and I've done handles, so yeah, you can use it as a basket, you could use it as a bag. If you want, you can do these handles a lot higher, and then you could wear it as a shoulder bag if you want to wear it out. But I'm so happy with it. I could not believe it when I finished it, how happy I was with it. What inspired this? It's the I've been tidying up the house, obviously. What do? You just tidy. Just you know, because you don't have anything else to do, you can't go out. So I found this skein of rope that I bought long time ago to make a macrame, but I wasn't in the mood for that, so I said I'm gonna just crochet a little basket. So I've done that, and you would have seen that in my previous video, just a sneak peek. It didn't turn out that good because I didn't know much about it, but with practice I managed to do this one, and I'm so happy with it. And I'm thinking to film a tutorial today for this, how to make one of these baskets. But yeah, that's one of my finished objects, and I finished this in last Saturday. I started it in the morning and I finished it in the evening, and I'm really quite chuffed with it. I was gonna buy one. I mean, I'm still thinking about buying like a straw one for my knitting to sit in a corner, but for now, like, this will do, and I'm really happy with it. Another finish, you would have seen this one, I think, but this is the Varati, and I finished this a week ago, I think. I'm sure I've put it in like one of the other videos, but it's a top-down raglan simple tee. I wanted a simple t-shirt that, let me just go back so you can see it all. I wanted a simple t-shirt that you could knit in like colorful yarn that wouldn't make it too busy, if you know what I mean. Like obviously most of the t-shirts, they feature like lace and you know, like lace raglans or lace bottoms, like different ones, and I just wanted a simple one with very simple increases. As you can see here, I've got really simple increases, you can hardly see them, to like show off the yarn, because the yarn is just beautiful. Now you might see that this yarn, it's two different colors. I've got this yarn from my knit crate, and even though it said the same lot on the skeins were totally different, and I did speak about it, I think, in one of my videos, but I didn't mind, you know. Obviously you can see the line there. I could have alternated the skeins, but it's too much faff. I can't be bothered to do that. I think it looks quite nice that at the top it's like lighter, and then as you go to the bottom down it's darker, and then the sleeves are darker as well, so it kind of makes it special. The yarn is really soft. I can't remember the content. I think it might have a bit of silk in, merino, alpaca maybe, I don't know. I will link it down below. It's got drape, it's got weight, and it's just beautiful, and it lays nice. It's not too tight, so it would be really good for here in the UK, because it never gets so hot that you can't wear something like this. So yeah, I've written the pattern for it, and I'm calling for testers. So if you would like to give it a try and test knit it, please send me an email. I will leave my email in the description down below, where you can contact me, or DM me on Instagram or on Facebook, and I'll send you the information you need. It comes in 4 sizes, from extra small to large. Now, because it's not fitted, the large one is quite big, and I also written the measurements in centimeters, the bust circumference and the sleeve circumference, so you know what size you want to knit. So yeah, I would need at least 4 test knitters if it's possible. It uses fingering yarn and 3.5mm needles, and 200 grams was enough. Actually, it was plenty to knit this one, and this one is medium size. Now I have knitted it in Mondim yarn, which I am in love with. I've placed an order on Wild and Woolly last week, and it arrived really quickly, and I fell in love with this Rosa Pomar yarn. Is the Mondim, and I think Retrosaria is a wool shop in Lisbon, Portugal. I've never been to Portugal, but I've heard lots of knitters talk about this yarn, and I just wanted to give it a try, because I don't know, I'm always looking for nice yarn, and it's not expensive, because you could buy 100-gram skein of yarn for like 30 some pounds, and I mean, I could maybe for like once a year, twice a year, but I cannot see myself spending that much on a sweater, you know. I used 2 skeins for this one, which was £9 a skein, so £18 plus my work. I could not spend £39 on a skein for a jumper like this. It would be £80. No, I can't do that. It's too much. Even though I love yarn so much and I love knitting, it would be too much for me to spend. So even this one is quite expensive, the yarn knit crate. I think about 24 a skein, so it would be pretty much $50 for this yarn to make this jumper. But for this, £18, of course, I mean, why wouldn't you? And the yarn is so soft. It feels very light. It's very, like, this one is heavy, this one is very light, and I love it. And the stitch, I don't know if you can see, the stitches are so beautiful. I put it in the washing machine when I finished knitting it. No, sorry, go back. I soaked it with Ecover Zero Delicate Wool Wash and cold water. There was a bit of color coming out, which was fine. After rinsing it, it didn't come out anymore, so I think it was just residue from the dye process. Then I put it in the washing machine to spin it. I did put it on 1400 spin, but it was fine. It was completely fine. It came out beautiful. I laid it flat to dry yesterday morning, and today is like 24 hours, not even 24 hours, and it's dry. And it's just beautiful. It's gorgeous. I've knitted this one. Let me go back a bit. I've knitted this one slightly bigger than the white one and shorter, so it has more like a boxy fit, and the sleeves are not tight, so they have a little bit of give. But yeah, so you could use this yarn, which is Mondim yarn by Rosa Pomar. You need 2 skeins for size small, medium, and you might need 3 if you're knitting it like a longer version. I think if you knitted cropped, you could get away with 2 skeins. But let's say, I mean, even if you knit the large version, you buy 3 skeins, which is not that much. But yeah, so if you would like to give this pattern a go, like I said, just let me know, and I will send you the pattern so you can go ahead and knit it, and then we'll post it. But yeah, that is my Vara sweater, and I don't know if I mentioned it here, but Vara means summer in Romanian, and I wanted to knit a sweater that, you know, like has the name of Romanian summer. Yeah, so those are my 2 Vara sweaters, and then I also finished my Siwani tee, and this one I've shown it work in progress on my channel. It's a boxy fit. This one is bottom up, and it features a beautiful lace at the bottom and very short sleeves. Now bear in mind your shoulders will be up here, so the sleeve will kind of like fall a bit from here down, so it's not that much shorter sleeve. You could also not put sleeves in, and you will have like really short sleeves like that. This one, I've written the pattern for it. I want to knit another one because usually when I write a pattern, I like to knit the pattern twice before I ask someone else to knit it. So I want to knit it one more time, and then I will ask for a test for testers. But this one is knitted in 100% alpaca. It's very soft. It's drapey. It washed well in cold water, and like I did with the other ones, I spun it in the washing machine and it was fine. The lace needed a little bit of stretch, but now it's perfectly fine and it looks beautiful. The reason why I call this the Siwani tee, I mean, the color doesn't make you think of swans, but Siwani means swans in Yoruba, and this lace pattern made me think of swans. I don't know why, but it's beautiful and I really, really love it. So yeah, those are my 3 sweaters that I finished and my basket, and now I want to show you what's on my needles, what I started to yesterday. Now I was going to cast on with my other Mondim yarn. Sorry, let's go back to the Siwani tee. This one is knitted with fingering weight yarn, and I'm going to knit another one with the Mondim yarn. So if you want to knit it with that yarn, it's beautiful, beautiful yarn, inexpensive, then you could. But then I found this yarn. This one is Drops Puna, and this one I've had it for quite a long time in my stash. I bought it to knit, I can't remember what I wanted to knit with it, but it made me think a lot of this yarn. So this one is expensive yarn from Knit Crate. I think it's about, I might be mistaken, but it might be about 25 or even 28 dollars a skein. So I use 2 skeins for here. This one is not expensive at all, and you find it on Wool Warehouse website, and it feels the same. It feels the same as this one. So I wanted to start knitting with it, and I have a new work in progress here. And yeah, you guessed it, it's a jumper, it's a sweater that has a little bit of a lace detail on the raglan. But I just can't stop knitting sweaters. I just love knitting sweaters. And it's very easy. I am taking notes for it, so if you're interested in it, then maybe I can write a pattern for it. But yeah, that's what I'm working on now, and I started yesterday, and I'm halfway through the raglan increases, and hopefully today I will separate the body and sleeves, and then once that's done, then it will just be a dream going all the way to the length I want, and then come back for the sleeves. I don't know if I have a lot of yarn left here, so I've got this one, I think it's about 200 grams here, and another 50 grams little skein. So I don't know if it will be enough for a long sleeve or for a short sleeve, but maybe if I make it a bit cropped, then I can do 3/4 length sleeves, but I don't know, I will see about that. So yeah, that is what I finished and what I'm working on. What else I wanted to show you? Oh yeah, the Mondim yarn that I used for my Vara tee is in the colorway 205. That's the colorway. There you go. I hope you can see it. And like I said, I used 2 skeins, and it was plenty. I still have a little ball left. But yeah, that's all. I'm trying to keep this video short, and maybe later I'll see you something else, I don't know, but that's all for my finished objects and my only work in progress that I have. Actually, I've got 2, because I've got the little green Dara dress that I'm still working on, and I kind of put that aside now because I'm too obsessed with knitting jumpers. But yeah, other than that, I don't have anything on my needles. I have some unfinished projects from like years ago that you might have seen in a video that I've done organizing my wool. So slowly I'll pick those up one at a time and try to finish them. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you are safe. Please stay home, continue to stay home, and hopefully that this is going to end soon and we'll be able to go back to, not normal, because I don't think life will be the same, at least for another year. We'll always have that fear, I think, but just, I think this time taught me to appreciate everything I have and everything I can do, I could do before, and made me rethink a lot of things in my life. So yeah, sorry to get all. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.